We are not Myth Vision, bunch of huckster. We are the freaking Wake movement, and we are bringing you hot fire, because that's what we do. Current events. Last time I played music, they shut me down, but they can't shut this down. Because I stop intermittently. Ding, 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 ding. Welcome, my friends, to the Wake movement. I was using the word woke before it got psyoped. Totally got psyoped. Woke was like, oh, are you awakened to the fuckery of this world? Especially the United States of America? My beloved country, who's been totally overtaken. I don't think that's a reach to say, is that my country, 'tis of thee, has been fucked royally. This is a vintage Tampa Yankees hat. There's no longer the Tampa Yankees. But I would like to come up with a different acronym, is that what it's called, for TY. TY. Totally. There's not many Y words. Why? Because we love you. We don't got nobody in the chat. We don't got nobody viewing this. Welcome to my life. Welcome to my life. Yeah, yeah. Good words that start with Y. Yummy. Young look young. Oh, TY. Totally young. The youth. Young blood. Yearn. Yummy. Yeah, there's not that many Y words. Yokozuna, a sumo wrestler of the highest rank. The Yokozunos. Oh, yogis. Tantra yoga. Tantra yogi is what mine stands for. Yodel, the yodeler. Yearn, the yielding. The yip. Yeah, there's yoga. Yumalicious. Yippee. Yeah, it turns out there is Yahweh. That would be funny. Theos. Yahweh. Yogurt. Yours. Oh, thankfully yours. Yeoman. A yeoman is like, I think a traveler. Yiddish. Yemeni, yeah, free Yemen. What does yard? The yard. Take him to the yard. Yes. That's a good. Yeah. What is a yeoman? Let's look it up. I think it's like a wanderer. Oh no. A man holding and cultivating a small landed estate. A freeholder. Damn, I wanna be a freaking yeoman. It sounds great. Historical, a servant. I don't like that. In a royal or noble household. Definitely don't like that. Ranking between a sergeant and a groom, or a squire and a page. Fuck that. Let's go with the first definition. A man holding and cultivating a small landed estate. Fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. Let's see what kind of images we have for the yeoman. Oh, that's what... Oh, it cucked fuck into the British royalties. Oh, the yeomans are fucking nerds. Fuck them. We are not going with yeoman. We will be... I have Aquarian hats coming in. Next, we'll have Wake Movement hats coming in. Let's go to... Let us heart my own stuff. Soul Trip coming up with some good stuff. Let's see what they got to say. A name for Saturn is Soter. Soter means a savior. Saturn, when it's in Aquarius especially. Saturn, before, in the sign of Capricorn, is the devil card in the tarot. But then it goes to the wish card in the tarot in Aquarius. That's how Saturn turns from the adversary to the advocate, and they play on that. Let's see what Soul Trip got us seeing.
6,666 and 666, like 66, 660 and 60 are solar numbers and are connected with the circle and its six-fold geometry. In Islamic numerology, 66 is the numerical equivalent of Allah. In Judaism, the six-pointed star or
the six is a letter in the Hebrew alphabet is called Vav, and it's likened to the spine. And then 7 is the crown. So that's why they have their 7th age, is the age of Moshiach. And 6 is what leads up to it. You also see the X, which is 20. In 2020, that was a great year for us, wasn't it? And then this just goes to show Freemasonry being a total Jewish creation from the word go.
Hexagram is the seal of Solomon. It appears in every...
A hex. Also, sextiles, 6 points. Is sex a hex?
branch of Freemasonry. The associated 666 gains its infamy in the West as the number of misused power and authority mentioned in the book.
Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. So it's the number of man and the beast. We're trying to raise up out of the 6 to the 7.
Of Revelation.
I'm not promoting Jewish Kabbalah mysticism, but I do study esotericism. They don't have a monopoly on esotericism, all right?
More traditionally, 666
Let me see if anybody's watching. Soul Trip, hey, I'm playing your shit, dog. It's funny that you would be the person to chime in. Good. I gave you shout outs.
Presents the solar principle. It is also a number of Christ. The sun, 666, shining from above, is the power that gives order to the chaos of earth. It is the masculine principle in action.
6 is it's the order of earth, but then 7 is within, is the center point of the 6-pointed star or the cube, and it's at rest. That's why the 7th day is the day of rest. It rests in the middle.
Only if this power is misused will it lead to abuse. It was this unbalanced
Sorry.
manifestation of 666 that the author of Revelation identified with the Antichrist or the Beast. It is for this reason that 666 has come to be identified with concepts of the satanic, or extreme negativity, but this was emphatically not its original meaning.
And 6 plus 6 plus 6 is 18, and 18 is Zadi in Hebrew, which is like a wise man. Because 9 has to do with birth, our 9 months of gestation. And then 9 times 2 is like our second birth. So those who have been born again. See, that's even in Judaism. Christians just didn't make that shit up. Judaism made Christianity up.
The most common carbon isotope, carbon-12.
Carbon has to do with Saturn. Lead. Heavy fucking earth that we've seemingly fallen into.
The basis of all known life on Earth consists of 6 protons, 6 neutrons and 6 electrons.
The proton.
The 3 angles of an equilateral triangle.
The proton's electron to the neutron.
6 of which make up a hexagon, are each of 60 degrees, reflecting the solar number 666.
Oh, damn. I did not know that. How about that? So when we have our pyramid,
reflecting the solar number 666. In the Old Testament,
wow,
the weight of gold that King Solomon received yearly at the temple was 666 talents. Gold is related to the sun in that.
P.S. King Solomon was a totally fictitious freaking character. Never happened. Never had a great kingdom with the cedar of Lebanon, and all fucking lies.
Alchemical and Kabbalistic thought, and the name Solomon is a combination of the 3 ancient names for the sun. Sol is Latin for sun, Om is Hindi for sun, On is Egyptian for sun. Also, the vowel O is symmetrically placed.
Oh. So that's probably a powerful name to chant. Oh, the biggest magical text is the Lesser Keys of Solomon. Sol, Om, Om, Solomon. The salamander is a mystical creature.
Throughout the word
that is fireproof.
3 times. Note that, apart from looking
Dog, these guys, I think they're called Sons of Saturn. They make the best videos.
like the sun, O is the 15th letter of.
Where's Soul Trip at in the chat? Hey, Soul Trippy, just checking to see if you're still watching.
The English alphabet. O to 15, 15, 15. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 1 plus 5 equals 6. 1 plus 5 equals 6.
Whoa.
Equals 666, the number of the sun.
I did not know that.
The number 666 is the number of the sun square, and it has 12 factors, just as the sun has.
Shut the fuck up. This is great. You know, we just had January 11th, which was 111, or November 1st is 111. I live at the address. My address is 111. This number shows up everywhere. For me, at least.
6 is the number of the sun square, and it has 12 factors, just as the sun has 12 signs of the zodiac, and as Solomon is the king of the 12 tribes of Israel. Solomon,
mind equals blown.
by way of Greek gematria, equates to the number 1260,
which equals 8. 9. 9 is the most sacred number.
The number 1260 was an ancient Jewish calculation used to measure solar years consisting of only 360 natural days. A time is a cycle of 360 degrees, times is 2 cycles or 720 degrees, and a half time is 180 degrees. Adding these together we get 1260 degrees.
Let's look what happened in the year 1260. Important events in the year 1260. Battle of Ain Jalut in Galilee. The Mamluks defeated the Mongols, marking their first decisive defeat and the point of maximum expansion of the Mongol Empire. Isa ibn Muhanna is appointed. Let's see what the number 1260 esoteric. What is the prophecy of 1260 days in Revelation? The 1260 days of Revelation, chapter 11 and 12. The 1260 days period is found in Revelation chapter 11. It represents, along with allusion to two witnesses, a topic of great interest for many Christians. However, surprisingly, the vital clue to understanding the two witnesses' prophecy of the period of their witnesses, 1260 days. Many overlook that Revelation 12:6 also uses the same expression. Then the woman fled into the wilderness, where she has a place prepared by God, that they should feed her there 1,260 days. Da-na-na-na.
The number 1260 was a measurement Ptolemy calculated to figure the mean distance of the sun.
Ptolemy was fucking awesome.
Nonagon, a figure having 9 sides and angles of which its interior...
I've never even heard of a goddamn nonagon. I wish it started with a Y. Then we could call it a yonagon.
Angles total up to the sun of 1260 degrees. Nonagesimal, or nonagesimal degree, called also the midheaven, is the highest point, or...
When you look at the midheaven in your chart, that's how the world sees you. Often your career. It's the top of your chart, the beginning of the 10th house.
90th degree of the ecliptic, reckoned from its intersection with the horizon at any time, and its altitude is equal to the angle that the ecliptic makes with the horizon at their intersection, or equal to the distance of the zenith from the...
Dog, this video is 11 minutes and 11 seconds long. Can we just,
pole of the ecliptic. It is much used in the calculation
Make
of
a
solar
wish.
eclipses. I can only indicate the fact that the chronology of Babylon and Egypt is built on the 18 years eclipse cycle, and that it...
Was I just talking about 18? I think I was.
18 times 37 equals 666, and 18 times 70 equals 1200
Hold up. I was just hip to the number 37 today. 37 happens to be a fucking magical number because we have the 3 on top of the Kabbalistic tree of life, which is Keter Hokmah Binah, Father, Son, Holy Spirit, and then the 7 below, the 7 visible heavenly luminaries. 3 to the 7, 37. Very, very mystical number 37. Yeah, the magic of the number 37. It's a thing. It's an angel number. Are your spiritual guides reaching out to you with the number 37? It might mean that your hemorrhoids are about to flare. Yeah.
60. In 37 cycles, a solar eclipse reaches centrality, while 70 to 74 cycles form common and characteristic periods comprising the entire history of a solar eclipse. Is it a coincidence that we find Jesus, the supposed descendant of Solomon, both of whom undeniably carry appellations of the sun? Revelation 13:18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of man, and his number is 666. The esoteric meaning of the whole verse is therefore, here is a riddle, let him who has intelligence compute the number of the beast, for it is a number of man, and his number relates to that of the sun. We are told to count the number of the beast. The number 666 does not.
The image of the lion head with the snake body is the sun, Leo, and Scorpio.
Need to be counted or computed, for it is openly given, so evidently there is another number behind it that does need calculating. That number is in the final key phrase of Revelation 13, and his number is 666. By way of Greek gematria. The values of the words in that phrase are
Gematria.
and ye shall go forth, and grow up as calves of the stall. Malachi 4:2 is a prophecy concerning the Messiah of Israel, and as we have already seen, it is about the Son, not the Son. This is not a mistranslation, nor is it a mistake. In him was life, and that life was the light of all mankind.
What is the light of all of mankind? The goddamn sun. We need to start worshiping the sun. If we need to worship something. Is there something innate in man that, this is a little bit of a personal. Getting personal with you. Let's get personal. Matt Dubia, shout out to you. You see 111 the most. 1111, 222, 333, 444, and 555. A lot too. Zeus. Soul Trip, thank you for posting those. You my day one A1. Oh, we don't have Lisa Renison in the chat. Let us give our shout outs to her and Gerald. 111. Yes, I mean, I'm not going to go through all the angel numbers right now. Here's the chat live. I'm not going to go through all the angel numbers. But 111 is lit because that's my address. Oh, look, average duration time 11:01. Walks on water, coming on the clouds. It's solar myth. And Moses is lunar myth. In Judaism, their civic calendar goes by the sun, and it starts at the spring equinox. But their religious calendar goes by the moon. I know, we miss Lisa. She's not here tonight. But she is here in spirit. I'm showing such a back. Adam said that he's going to come on the Aquarian.tv. Yeah, the sun is the ruler of Leo, the lion of Judah. It's because we are moving from the axis of Pisces and Virgo, which is the axis of servitude and slavery, into the axis of Aquarius and Leo. Hence the return of the conquering line of Leo, not of Judea. They don't have a monopoly on this, but they have carried down Chaldean astrology. The Chaldeans are Babylonians. And it's not unlike the Judeans to culture vulture everybody. The Egyptians, the Assyrian Babylonians, the Greeks, the Romans, the Americans today, the rap industry, fashion industry. There's fucking motherfucker. Alright, we'll continue.
Thus far, John 8:12. I am the root and the offspring of David, and the bright and morning star.
The bright and morning star is usually a reference to Lucifer, who is Venus in the morning.
Many people have never stopped to consider the paradox that is inherent in this verse. How can someone be the root and the offspring of the same person? Well, if you know Jesus to be merely a metaphor for the sun, it's quite simple to comprehend. The author is identifying Jesus with the bright and morning star, which is the sun, not Venus, that has been proposed by many others.
I stand corrected. I mean, I can see the sun as a bright morning star too. But so is Venus, though, so I don't know.
Who is the root of Jesus? Abraham. Numerous scholars have equated Abraham with Saturn. Philobiblius.
I've never thought about that. Saturn does eat his own children. Abraham was called to sacrifice his own kid, so I could see that. Ab is father Saturn. Yeah, I could see that.
Of the 1st century, expressly assures us that the Phoenician name of Saturn is Israel, and Israel and Abraham are names constantly confounded and used as perfect synonyms with each other throughout the Old and New Testament.
That's big. I've never heard that before. Philobiblius, great name, of the 1st century, expressly assures us that the Phoenician name of Saturn is Israel. Bombshell! I did not know that. And Israel and Abraham are names constantly confounded and used as perfect synonyms with each other throughout the Old and New Testament. Damn, H.D. Robinson. That's a name I've actually come across before. Wow.
Founded and used as perfect synonyms with each other throughout the Old and New Testament, and thus throughout the New Testament.
I said that I'm going through current events and news. Well, this is news to me.
Testament, which is but a new version of the pagan mythology. Abraham is precisely the same hieroglyph for time, which Saturn was in the old system. The absolute identity of the god Saturn, with the patriarch Abraham, and the certainty that all that is related of Abraham in the sacred scripture is allegorical, and consequently that no such person ever existed, and no such events ever occurred, is established beyond all controversy.
Well, that is fucking real talk. Who the fuck is H.D. Robinson? Spitting fucking knowledge. We don't got much about H.D. Robinson. Is that what it's going to be like when you look up Liam Jarrett after I die? It's a bunch of nothingness. That was kind of fucking... That was dark, sorry. Uranus did the tride to the same to his kids. He was the father of Saturn, Cronus, and grandfather of Jupiter, Zeus. Yep.
The patriarch Abraham was and is nothing else but a star. Even the planet Saturn, and the patriarch David, likely hereafter to be proved to be no more than a star. And that...
Well, P.S. being a star is fucking lit. We're called to be stars. We're trying to get out of the lunar realm of the moon to the sun. And if we don't do that, we're going to get burnt up.
The word patriarch should primarily and originally have reference only to a star or combination of stars. Their very name itself, of children of Israel.
What am I doing all the time? Is showing the astro-theological, allegorical, mythological meanings of these and not the historical. And these guys are just proving my point even further, but in well-produced videos.
was derived to them from the Phoenicians, on the showing of their own historian Josephus, Israel being the Phoenician name of the planet Saturn, of the same signification as the Chaldean word Abraham, and identically synonymous with the star of their god, Remphan. A word more respecting Abraham. The planet Saturn was the Israel of the Chaldees, and it was...
Was I just not talking about the Chaldeans? And how they took everything from them and culture vultured them? Was that so hard to imagine? I know, I'm pausing this also because of copyright infringement. Because I ain't going down again. I've already got 2 strikes on this channel.
Was personified both by them and the Phoenicians under the name of Abraham, which signifies the father of a people, figuratively, the stars of heaven.
Father Abraham, make them dance. They were only dancing.
Which are called his seeds forever. Saturn was the son of Terah, the earth. Abraham was the son of Terah. Saturn married his own sister Rhea, a star. Abraham married his own sister Sarai or Sarah, which signifies a star. Sirius, the ever beautiful.
Sirius is Isis. Damn, I just learned so much every day. And I thank you, Soul Trip, for sharing shit like this.
Young, Saturn had many sons, but only one whom he loved and protected as an only son. Abraham had many sons, though he is
Isaac.
said to have had an only son named Isaac, whom he loved. According to the famous Sanchoniathon, Saturn offered up his beloved son Job as a holocaust, or birth.
As a Holocaust. Why did we name... Can't even talk about it. Can't even talk about how we name the shoal a burnt offering to God. A human sacrifice, friends.
Burnt offering wholly consumed. Abraham was about to offer up his beloved son Isaac, but a ram was found as a substitute. The planet Saturn was called Israel by the Phoenicians and Chaldees. The patriarch Abraham is synonymous with the name Israel throughout the Bible.
Logan Mitchell. Let's see if there's anything about him. That doesn't look like the Logan Mitchell that we want to find. Big time rush. God, these people are nobodies who are giving us gold. Isis, the moon. Isis is often equated to the moon, but she's also Sirius, the brightest star in the night sky. I love you, Soul Trip. I love you, Matt Dubia. You're new to the chat. Thank you for being here, bro. You are contributing very muchly. I hope you come to...
The author makes Jesus say of himself, I am the true vine, and my Father is the husbandman. Hold up, Jesus, I thought your father was a carpenter. I think we all know who the husbandman is.
Saturn, I've been calling Saturn Saint Joseph Set, who is the architect who built a... He built a sarcophagus or a... What do you get buried in? You get buried in a... Not the grave, but the wood box. Whatever the fuck that's called. And like an architect, you have to build it. And Saturn, Set built it for Osiris to get in.
Is that father of agriculture.
With his sickle,
Thus we have
his
seen
scythe.
Abram, another universal father, whose name, compounded of the Hebrew and Syriac words, Ab and Ram, father of elevation,
Father.
is the astronomical characteristic of the planet Saturn, whose name, again, derived from Satu, to sow, and Satan.
I did not know the etymology. Satu means to sow. And Sator, the sower, I thought it was the savior. Damn.
The sower. expresses what Abraham was, the sower, the 24th to sow his seed, and his Phoenician name was literally Israel. Abraham, the father of the faithful, was a husbandman. Pagans also gave unto Saturn the glory of having...
Shout out to my fellow pagans out there. I proudly profess paganism, because it means that we didn't get fucked by this Abrahamic psyop.
taught men a way to cultivate vineyards and the earth, and the use of the sickle.
Oh, damn. Look at Saturn. Yesu. The sower of the seeds. Oh, damn. So that was great. Thank you, Soul Trip, for a great post. Free Palestine, Albert Bashai. We are all Palestinians. If you're woke, before wokeism got psyoped. Adam found something that he's going to share with us. He just found the most bombshell smoking gun proving the Jesus myth is a deceptive fabrication. Get up to speed with this playlist. Subscribe to my Odyssey and stay tuned. We are. Make sure to subscribe to Adam. He's the fucking best. Jay Dyer is Dog, look at... We're gonna come back for part 2 because I have to go to the store to get more cigarettes. So what's today? It's 8:16, 9 p.m. part 2. Will y'all tune in? Soul Trip, you're a great channel. Matt, we're coming. Shesmu. Oh, let's look. Well, Christopher John Bjorkness, who's we love, even though he's fucking goes off the deep end. He does talk about Shesmu. Is Charles Giuliani going to be on Monday? I know Adam said he's going to be on. I wasn't sure what day it was. Monday? Yeah, Charles Giuliani is the best. All right, Matt, Soul Trip. I'm coming back on at 9. So 43 minutes from now, we're going to come back and we're going to go through the rest of my my Twitter feed. My Twitter feed is just the best. Epstein client list is trending. Maybe that's because Ryan Dawson has been reinstated back onto Twitter. We'll talk about Ukraine and Russia some. We'll talk about paganism some. We'll talk about white people being targeted for extinction some. We'll talk about lots of things. Christ Cook Pastors has some great stuff. And so, my lovers, will you please join me in 42 minutes as we come back to address many a topic.